Hello guys, right now I want to check out one of the Hyundai vehicle that I'm very interested in is this new generation Hyundai Santa Fe. Now when I travel to Hanoi in Vietnam, I seen this car in person. At first I don't like how it looks, but when it reaches Malaysia, this one is the top spec, the 2.5 turbo calligraphy version. It looks so premium in person. Now let's quickly go through the car right now. So this one is the top of the range 2.5 turbo calligraphy. So it has a 6-seater configuration. In Malaysia there will be 3 variants. 2 bottom spec comes with a 1.6 liter turbo paired to a hybrid, whereas this one is the 2.5 turbo with 4-wheel driven. Now as you can see, the paint job of this Santa Fe, it has a bit of bronze kind of matte color. It's actually the paint instead of wrapping. I think this is the second car I seen originally comes with a matte paint. The first car that I seen is actually the J-Cool Omoda C9, that grey color. Now this is the new generation Santa Fe. You can see that the design has a big leap forward over the predecessor generation. This one goes towards a more rugged, more boxy looking design. And this being a Hyundai, so the headlight cluster right here comes with a H daytime running light to give this a very distinctive design language. And you can see from the front, it actually has a very straight cut front design, including this kind of gloss black grille, which makes up to this very off-roady kind of vibes for the Santa Fe. And down here you can see there's a radar, so it actually comes with full suits of ADAS system. Now you can see right here, this is a 2.5 liter turbo calligraphy. So you can see right here, here's the spec. We'll go through one by one in today's video. So for the horsepower, for the 2.5 turbo, it comes with 281 horsepower and 422 Newton meters of torque. This is a 1.6 liter turbo hybrid. Has slightly less power, but I presume this is more fuel saving because this has a 4-wheel drive, so it consumes a little bit more petrol than it should. So here's the side profile of the new generation Hyundai Santa Fe. Very boxy looking, and you can see the rim is very massive. Let me look for the side. This has a 245/45 21 inches. It's very rare in Malaysia that the car comes with 21 inches of tires. Okay, you get a multi-spoke design which makes up with the ruggedness. And you can see for the side cladding, it's all painted in gloss black instead of matte black. This can tell us apart this is marketed to be a more premium approach SUV, a Santa Fe badging. So this comes with a keyless entry, but this is still the button type instead of the touch sensitive. So right here there's a roof rack. You can load a lot of items and it is very chunky. There's a sunroof as well. So here it has a very interesting design here. Maybe it's for the handle for you to climb up to hook your roof rack. This is a very interesting design. Now move to the rear part of the Santa Fe. In internet, many people have said that this rear design actually looks pretty normal, but to me it looks very distinctive, and you have this H logo actually corresponds to the front headlight design. I think it looks pretty good, and the signal indicator is actually mounted on the under bumper section right here, and it's finished in gloss black. And you have a very big Santa Fe wording at the power tailgates right here. And if you actually look from the side, it's actually a very straight cut design for the rear. Maybe they want to make up for the rear room for the luggage. Now since we are here, let's open up the power tailgate. It gets power tailgate, which is good. And this is the space when the third row seat is up. It is very limited, but obviously in normal circumstances you will be fetching 4 to 5 persons. So you just put the third row seat down and you get more spacing. What's good about it is you get a third row dedicated aircon vents, so everyone actually gets their aircons, and you can also fold the seat electronically via buttons at the boot. You press one more time, it will move back to its last recorded position. And here you get a 12-volt sockets, and you get a reading light right here. So it's very well thought of design, and all the plastic that it puts right here is very high quality because this car is fully CBO from Korea. Now let's check out the interior. So when you open the door, what's greeted by is this new generation Hyundai design language. This one is finished in this kind of peach color interior, which I very welcome, so that the interior doesn't look very boring. Now, for the driver's seat, you get the extendable leg rest in case you are driving for a long journey, and this zero gravity mode. And here's some electronic adjustment with powered lumbar supports. Now when you get inside the interior, let's close the doors to reduce some noise. Soundproofing is done pretty good. Now, here's the interior layout of this new generation Hyundai Santa Fe. You get a curved display, first thing you notice, and there's a head-up display. And this part is all wrapped in soft touch material, and here there's some wood trim to mix up the luxury feeling of this Santa Fe. And you can see even the ambient lighting also resembles the letter H. It is very nice, and you get 2 sets of memory for the driver, automatic window in both directions, and you get the pedal shifters for this model. And you can see that the steering wheel color has a bit dual tone. The outer rim is actually finished in dark brown. The inner rim is finished in this peach color. Feels nice to the touch. And the gear lever is mounted right here. It's a twist type. This is very typical you'll find in Hyundai Kia company. So right here you press and hold to open the power boot, and this is your electronic parking brake so that they can free up the center console. Let's slowly go through the center console of this Santa Fe, because I think it is one of the most interesting interior right now other than any Chinese car makers. You still get physical start-stop buttons, and they still retain a lot of physical touch button, which I welcome, so you can quickly set your volume, your shortcut keys, and your dual zone climate controls right here. And right here is your parking sensor, parking camera, hill descent control, and this is to switch between different driving modes, including some off-road, I presume. And when you open it, this is some hidden compartment. You can put your phones inside. Very chunky, very solid mechanism, and here it's all wood trim, very nice to the texture. It sort of looks like your house coffee table. Right here there's some tray, and when you open it, it comes with a glove box, and there's a emergency thing for you to use, and there's a physical lock and lock button at the passenger side, which I appreciate. And there's also extended leg rest for the passenger as well. Not only that, it comes with a Bose switch, so in case you want to put your child seat at the middle row, you can quickly adjust your passenger seat. And you get rear USB ports at the seats, which is nice. And the headroom is humongous, and you get a sunroof that you can open out. And here's some buttons for you to close and open up the sunshades. Sun visor is made out of very soft materials. You slide open, there's a vanity mirror with a light which you need to press to open. Frameless rear mirror, and this comes with a digital inner mirror because you can see there's some buttons for you to adjust the screen. Now when you open the doors, the seat will move back to its last recorded position to ease your exit from the car. Now here's the second row seat of the Santa Fe. First thing I want to highlight is the door opening is pretty wide, but you need to take note on the clearance because this is rather tall vehicle. Now this is the unlock, so you can slide your seat in order to go to the third row. Very good feature so that you won't misoperate it. And here there are some electronic controls to control your height and your seat back, but seat position you need to control via mechanically. Now let's get inside. So there's a handles underneath for you to slide your seats. Now this being a 6-seater SUV, you can expect the legroom is nowhere near any Alphard or Willfire MPV. This is just a 6-seater SUV. It's a bit compromised, I would say. Usually the third row is for emergency usage, but I'm fine with it. There are some hooks for you to hook your items, a privacy sunshades, some wood panelings, door handles, and there's actually a seat heater for the second row, which is nice. And you can see at the center armrest, you can open both ways. One, you can open from the back to take your items, and another way you can open like this. So technicality wise, I think this is a plus point. And when you open it, this is not a fridge, it's some very deep compartment which is covered with felt. So you can store more items and get seat back pockets. And 2 captain seat is very chunky, and you can adjust the armrest as well. So to get your perfect hand position. At the rear, you get a glass roof as well. So here's the rear door panel. They did not cut costs on the rear because this is a proper premium looking 6-seater SUV. Now I would like to try out the third row seat and see how good it is. Forgot to mention it has a Bose premium sound system. Now I'll leave about 2 feet of legroom, B-pillar aircon vents. This is something that you do not get in the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. So now you press this, and the seat belt will electronically fold forward to ease your ingress to the third row seats. Now, when seated inside, you can actually use the electronic buttons to move the seat back to its position. And legroom, I would say, is acceptable. Just at the seat bench, like most 3-row SUV, you do not get high support, but at least you get rear aircon controls for the third row, which I welcome, and a reading light as well. So the rear accommodation is not bad. So right here you can always fold down the middle row seat by just pressing that to ease your ingress and egress, and there's actually a utility hook as well. So this is how the seat will look like when you fold down the second row. After you fold it, it will become a very big loading floor. If you don't want to fold the seats in order to get out from the car, you can always use the center tunnel, because this is a 6-seater car, so the middle row is actually a separated pilot seat. Just that you cannot be too tall, otherwise you hit the glass roof. So here's the petrol fuel cap. So yeah, this marks my review of this new generation Hyundai Santa Fe 2.5 Turbo. If you have any comments regarding to this particular car, you can comment down below, let me know. Personally, I kind of like this Santa Fe because it gives me the impression of speciality in terms of the design and the premiumness and comfort for the interior. And the sizes of this easily matches up to the Mercedes-Benz GLE or BMW X5. Now signing off from the Santa Fe, be sure to subscribe, like and share my videos. Cheers!